to another video from pacificstyle.com. Today we're having just a quick review for you guys. We're reviewing this KleanColor palette, eyeshadow palette. That's what the palette looks like, and it's called All About Me 24, so there's 24 colors in there, and it's from KleanColor, spelled with a K, and it comes with two applicators, the normal sponge applicators, which you can use if you want to. I know people often think that they shouldn't use them and toss them away because they prefer brushes, but if the sponge applicators work for you, because I know they do for some people, then by all means go ahead and use them. First thing I'll say about the palette is there's a good selection of colors. Like you've got, let me just take this thing out. Alright, so you've got sort of your silvers, and there's sort of like a really light soft gold and a shimmery white, and then you've got your browns here, and then you've got a gold color there, and then you've got your pinks, sort of a pinkish white, another gold, and then orange going towards pink, and then you've got greens, and then you've got sort of your grays and silvery gray sort of. So you can get like a diverse amount of looks from this palette because it's got quite a wide variety of colors, and not just, you know, colors in the same family sort of. As you can see, it's quite a spectrum of colors for a palette, you know, coming from these muted golds, browns, and then pinks. You know, these are quite bright, and then the greens are quite bright as well, and then you've got sort of these gunmetal grays and silvers for if you want to make those smoky eye looks. So in terms of colors, I think it gives a good selection. The only thing is I would have liked it if the colors could have been more a mixture of finishes. Some palettes have it where, you know, some colors are shimmery and metallic, and then you have the mattes to sort of balance it out, especially like black colors or dark brown, which you use to make smoky eye looks. I personally often prefer that those colors are matte, you know, so especially if you have eyes that are sort of hooded like mine, it's nice to put the shimmery or metallic color on the eyelid and then just have the matte colors in the crease. So it would be great if they had done that with this palette. But however, saying that, it's when you first look at the palette, like not all of them because I've used them, but some that I haven't really used, like some of these colors there. I hope the camera picks it up, but when you look at them, they look like they have a really metallic finish, but it's not really. It's sort of like the coating, the layer that's sealing each shadow has that metallic finish, but when you like get to the shadow itself, it's not that metallic as it appears. Let me try to pick up this pink here. This one right at the end. Okay, so I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it looks sort of metallic and shiny, and I'll swatch it for you. So if you see that, it is really I mean, the color is there, but there is a slight sheen to it, but it's not really metallic. If I were to compare it to, say, this Amuse palette that I have, which I will be reviewing too in a later video, I promise. For example, if you see the colors in there, they look shimmery, they look shiny, okay? You expect the colors to come out shimmery, right? So if I pick up the pink from there, if I swatch it, oopsie, too much. So if you see the difference in, I hope you can see the difference in the finish. This is the KleanColor. It has a sheen to it, but it it comes across more as just a powder, going towards even a matte eyeshadow. Like it's just a straight out bright pink eyeshadow, but doesn't look metallic at all as you would initially if you look at the top look. This is the Amuse, the shimmery eyeshadow, and you can see it has sort of sheen to it. If I swatch both colors for you to sort of show you, okay. Okay, so this one here, this is the Amuse one, and that's the KleanColor pink. Okay, so you can see a bit of the sheen in the, you definitely see like that sort of metallic-y finish in the Amuse one, but not so much in the KleanColor, right? Which is not a bad thing. My point is, if you are looking for a metallic color palette, this might not be to your liking because it's not so shimmery or not so metallic. You know, you can't really do that foiled look that some people like to do. So it's sort of misleading in that way, in that the surface is metallic, but the actual shadow, when you actually get into it, is more of a muted, even satiny finish. So it's nice for people who like that. But my point is, if you are looking for something with a satin finish and not metallic-y or shimmery, you probably won't pick this up, because when you look at it initially, the palette done the surface of the eyeshadow, it makes you think that it is metallic, though it isn't, you know. So anyway, I hope you understood that explanation. And so that's one of the cons, like it's sort of that misleading appearance. But however, the performance of the shadow itself, I think it's actually quite good quality. It's very blendable. Some cheap eyeshadows are quite hard to blend, you know, but these are very blendable. If I swatch it again for you, you see, so it really blendable. You can blend it into your skin. And as for lasting power, I like the swatches I've shown you are, I have no primer on my hands. That's how, right, the second one, that's the KleanColor one. That's how it is on my bare skin with no primer. I have this green one here, this one, it's what I have on my eyelids, and I had them on all day today. I went shopping today and I had them on, and they're still on, but I did use primer. And the thing is, I use primer for any eyeshadow anyway, because my eyelids tend to be on the oily side, so if I don't use primer, eyeshadows hardly last on me. So I can't tell you how it works without primer. I can only show you the swatch of how it initially goes on to your skin. But again, like caution, this is the green that was there after that metallic surface, whatever was, like after I took it off, or like was worn off after the first use. So then you're getting the true color of the shadow, and exactly how it appears there is how you get it on your eyes or like on your brush. One con is that the black, if you can see, okay, it comes out more like a charcoal gray, you know. So you still can create like smoky eye looks out of this, because like I look at it, like it is matte. There's no shimmer in there at all, so you can create a smoky eye look with this. But if you're one of those people that like the true black, this isn't a true black, it's more like a charcoal gray, so that's just something to keep in mind. Definitely works with island skin tones. But like I said before in previous videos, we're quite fortunate that we have, with our skin tone, we can carry up a wide spectrum of colors, so definitely can work with this. So good for creating overall looks. Like I said, you got your browns there, you got your blacks for your smoky eye, and then if you want to get a little adventurous, there's some bright colors. However, you can, you know, they sort of had the more toned down version. So you've got like a really light orange there, and you can always use the colors with a light hand, and then you get a more sheer wash of color and not a bright one if you're not too comfortable with using you know, really bright colors. So just use a lighter hand and just use a sheer wash of color, and you can create quite a variety of looks. But like I said, it would have been perfect if they made it in several finishes, and if they had a slightly darker brown in there, especially for those of us with a bit darker skin tone, because you don't always want to use black as a crease color, because it sort of goes towards more nighttime smoky. Like sometimes you just want a good dark brown for a daytime look, for daytime smoky, or just a crease color for the daytime. So yeah, that would have been the improvements I would make to the palette. But otherwise, a good palette. If you're considering buying it just to, you know, get sort of a good variety of colors, and just for, you know, if you like sort of powdery finishes to you, then that's the palette for you. If you're looking for something more metallic, then it's not a metallic palette. So, you know, you're better off choosing a different palette altogether, because they appear metallic but they aren't really, and as far as I'm concerned, they go towards a more powdery matte finish. Not true matte, but it goes in that direction, but slight shimmer, and so it's perfect for those that like sort of that satin finish to their eyeshadows. So I hope that this review was helpful to you about the KleanColor palette, and it's called the All About Me 24 palette from KleanColor, and more reviews coming up too from more brands. And also let us know what other brands you would like us to review for you, and have a wonderful day and Monday.